everybody doing? Hello, 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 all of my friends. We're coming in, checking on our chat filter. We're going to add in our email address. Give me just a second while I add in the email address. I'm not very good at typing like this. No, not a 2. Give me just a second, guys. I'm almost done. Oh, crud. Gmail.com. All right. Done. Badoop. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in if you're in the show right now. Raymond and BMC, welcome in, guys. Oh, man, my day's been pretty all right. You know, I spent the weekend over in my RV, just kind of camping out, you know, just having some time to myself. And, of course, I ended up, putting on the show for the title, The Importance of an Honest Apology. You know, me and my dad had a fight, and I ended up going to my RV, you know, which isn't quite ready to be lived in just yet. But that was where I went for the weekend. And when I came back, I had to do some apologizing because I said some things out of anger that I really shouldn't have said. And that's what tonight's special is going to be about, is about the importance of giving an honest and heartfelt apology. You know, especially if you're the one in the wrong. And I was in the wrong this time. So yeah, my day's actually going pretty good. How's everyone else's day doing? Hopefully y'all had a good, you know, morning and afternoon, and we're going into the beginning of the evening tonight. So hopefully y'all are going to have a good night tonight as well. So welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Come visit us again anytime. What's up, Jin Jin? Hey, we got Raymond and BMC in here tonight. By the way, guys, I am going to be going through during the show because I don't know how to check it otherwise. But during the show, I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be removing a lot of mods, guys, because there is a mod going around right now that is, you know, getting rid of some of my, you know, more, you know, happy customers. And so they're, you know, they're just for some reason blocking viewers. So I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of my mods until I figure out who it is. You know, and then I'm probably just going to stick with 2 or 3 mods and call it even, guys. So I'm just letting you and you, Raymond, and BMC know that it's coming. The only one that's safe right now is Jin Jin because she's my managing moderator. So, tell me, everybody, who's in a good mood? No problem, Jin Jin. So yeah, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're going to be enjoying the show. We're going to be having a conversation here real soon as we have enough people into the show. Pretty good mood. That's good to hear. You know. Oh man. That's a good question. Relaxing and busy. It's a weird combo. Relaxing but busy. They can't make up its mind. All right, guys. We're approaching 5 minutes. We've got 3 people into the show, so I'm going to give it just a little bit longer before we actually jump into the conversation. And for the simple fact that we're going to try to get a few more people in. Okay? Here's my 8:45 alarm. I know you said it was busy, but I'm just saying relaxing and busy. You know, it's the way you said it, Jen. Well, all right, guys, we've hit the 5-minute mark. So I think it's time we get started. Got confused. I got you. All right. So I think it's time we get started. But first, I'm going to show you guys something that's really interesting. All right, guys, I have returned. And I wanted to show you guys my latest addition to my collection of precious minerals and gemstones and stuff. This is a chunk of green obsidian that I'm going to have turned into a green lantern ring. So that's going to be neat to see the finished product from that. Nice, beautiful, dark emerald green color. You know, you can even see where the lava hardened. So this is a really interesting, I love this piece right here. It's going to be a nice, good, pretty ring for myself. You know, that's going to be nice. But this is a piece of blue obsidian. And this is going to be turned into a pendant. So some lucky person is going to end up with this pendant. And I don't know who it's going to be yet. But whenever I make this pendant and I have it done, this is going to be the gift that I'm going to present to my next possible relationship if I get into one. But that's only if I get into one. But yeah, green and blue obsidian, man. Awesome. Oh, yeah, you missed his live. But yeah, blue and green obsidian, beautiful colorations. All right, so let's get started into the show now. All right, guys. So, an honest apology. You know, first off, what does that mean? What does it mean to give a truly honest apology? Well, guys, it's very basic. It explains itself when you really think about it. If you give an honest apology, it means you mean it. It means you really are sorry for what you did. And you need to show that apology. You know, you have that urge, that need to say, hey, look, I screwed up. I'm so sorry, buddy. You know, and I don't blame that. Yeah, he does. Raymond live streams a lot. Get your basketball and go home. Yeah, now he's got a basketball to play around with, guys. Oh, hi, Shuck. Anyway, would you stop it? I'm trying to do a show. It's not playtime. No, it's not playtime. I got to do a show. Don't you just love dogs? Well, anyway, guys. So yeah, it means you really honestly mean it from the bottom of your heart, that you actually care about the apology you're giving. You know, and that is something that I've noticed a lot. A lot of people throw out this, oh, my bad, and expect that to be a good apology. No, guys, you got to be able to, what's up, Sharky? You got to be able to lean in and be, you know, put some heart into it, put some effort. What's up? Stang? Yeah, Stang 1892. Okay, what's up, 1892? How you doing, man? But welcome into the show. So yeah, what does it mean to truly apologize from deep within the heart? You know, guys, that means that you've got to really honestly look inside yourself. And you've got to give this person a literal, heartfelt apology. I'm not talking about a speech, guys. I'm just saying that, you know, mean it when you say it. Don't just say, hey, I'm sorry, it ain't going to happen again. No, you got to be like, hey, look, I'm really honestly sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen, you know. And will you please accept my apology? Can you forgive me? You know, guys, that's a good heartfelt apology now. And if you don't do that sometimes, the problem just gets worse. You know, oh, I'm doing good. But the problem can just get worse on you. It can just build and build and build until finally it becomes this big deal. And, you know, Shuck, would you back up, boy? You're hitting my stand and everything. Get your ball and go. Oy, 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 oy. Dogs. What are you going to do with them? You know, right? What are you going to do with them? What are you going to do without them? Because quite frankly, I love my dog. But anyway, guys, so yeah. And when you're reaching down inside of your own heart, shut back up. Jesus, doll. Comes right back. But when you really reach down inside yourself and you really look at what caused you to do what you do, and what caused you to have your little problem with whoever it is you had your problem with, and you give them that apology, and you really mean it. You really got to look inside yourself, see exactly what you did, exactly what your problem with it was, and exactly what was at your fault. And then you can be able to give an honest to God, heartfelt apology instead of what we've kind of grown into, which is just this little, whatever, it ain't no big deal. And that's not true. It's a really big deal to apologize properly. If you've offended somebody, guys, that's a huge thing. If you've accidentally made somebody very, very angry, or you did something that was just out of character and not a good choice, or you just did something mean. In my case, I said some things to my dad that was a little out of character for me, but it was because I was angry and I just wanted to hurt him. And I'm not even going to lie about that. And I had to apologize profusely for that. And it's because those were, some pretty harsh words I said. But, I was angry, and everybody else can be angry too. Everybody has their bad days and gets really angry at people. But it's whether or not we can turn around, calm down, come back to the situation and say, hey, man, can we talk? I didn't mean to be like that, And, oh yeah, I know Jen Jen's pretty tenderhearted, guys. God, don't forget to go check out Jen Jen at JenHolder976. Go check her out there. Go check out Raymond Bryant. Them my people. There's some great, great people. I remember I did that to my friend named Lupe Clint. Oh man, I hate that to hear about that, brother. But yeah, y'all guys go check them out. And if you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Come on in anytime. Now, as far as what we're getting at on our topic here, as far as that heartfelt, honest apology goes, most people are, man, I'm sorry to hear that, Raymond. Crusty Power. I said, man, I brought up some things from the past that he did that he regrets, and I threw them in his face. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is because it's family business, but I did that, and it wasn't right to my dad. It really wasn't. So I shouldn't have said what I said, and that was just where we're going to leave it. Well, it might not be that she hates you for no reason, man. You may have accidentally did something, but what might not offend you might offend another person. So always be prepared to really sit back and think, man, what did I do? And that's only if you really care about the person. If you really don't care, then who cares about your apology? But if you really care about a person, give them a good, heartfelt, honest apology, I mean, granted, I'd rather you be able to give somebody a good, heartfelt, honest apology anytime. But that's just me. Now, that's very, very true there, Jen. Oh, I got you, Raymond. I got you. Now, that's a little different. I said some pretty hurtful stuff. So that's why I spent a couple of days, in my RV. Which, believe it or not, there was great weather at night, so it was nice and comfortable during the night. But it was boiling during the day. Just for her safety. I got you there, Raymond. I got you. I understand, bro. You ain't got to tell me nothing. I ain't judging you at all, Raymond. You're one of my best friends, man. You're chill. So yeah, about these heartfelt apologies, man. About being honest about it. We have so many people nowadays that don't know how to do that. Oh, I got you, Raymond. But yeah, people around the world right now, they just don't understand, except for certain cultures, what a true apology means and what it really does do to help a situation. The first step to healing any kind of relationship whatsoever, when it comes down to you and somebody else that you've accidentally offended that you want to keep in your life, a heartfelt, honest apology is the first step to gaining that respect and that love back. But it still takes time. So don't expect it to happen overnight. What's up, man? Oh, yeah, some people might not accept it. Some people might not. Yeah, you're a little late, brother, but not by much. You got 15 minutes for the show, brother, or, well, however long it takes. Daddy Randy 69. A lot of fights. Now I'm 25 and still live at home. Man, I'm 38. I've moved out of my house several times, but I always have hard times hit me, and for some reason I always end up back in my dad's. So I understand that. When you're a father and a son, and you're older, and you're an adult, especially if you're taking two separate paths in life, man, you're going to butt heads like a pair of rams, and it does make things difficult. Oh, my drawings. Yeah, I could show y'all some of my drawings. Hang on. Oh, where's the rest of it? Oh, that hurt. There we go. All right. So, we got some drawings here. Now, I haven't drawn anything new recently. All right, so these are all old ones. And some of these are very old. So give me a break on some of the artistry. But this is from back in high school. It was a were-rabbit minotaur child. I don't know where I came up with the idea. But yeah, some of these are just sketches and doodles. You know, just things I drew whenever I was a kid. Yes, I see some of these things. Yes, I do. These are not the ones I see yet. I'll let you know for ones that I see. These are the heroes I come up with to be able to combat, you know, what I see as a schizophrenic. See, I'm writing a story. Not only am I writing a story, but I'm creating a game. And you hit 810 subscribers. Nice. But I'm creating a game. And all the things that I see are the bad guys. And I'm creating the heroes to help combat that. And that actually kind of helps with my schizophrenia. Oh, yeah, definitely. Sorry for the 69 in my name. It's because I live off an actual Route 69. Oh, nice. Hey, I don't mind the 69 in your name, brother. I think you can hit it, I think you can hit it there, Raymond. Let me show you guys what I actually see as a schizophrenic. Now, some of y'all have already seen this picture, so forgive me if it's, you know, getting old. But at the same time, we've got some new people in here. So we're going to show them what my crazy little butt sees whenever I have a schizophrenic episode. This is one of the things I see as a schizophrenic. This is probably one of the more frightening ones. These things actually speak. And it's rather terrifying. You know. Yeah. Thank you, man. But they can be rather frightening. Let me see. Let me get to another one here. This is one that I see every time before I have a seizure. As a schizophrenic epileptic, I don't really have symptoms of me about to have a seizure other than, you know, cold sweats and things of that sort. But thank you very much, Daddy Randy. But and then some of them are just animal designs for the game, just like monster designs. You know, but other than that, I just like to sit down and sketch sometimes and just draw something fun. You know, you never know what's going to pop out. This was a gift for a client. Oh, I take like aripiprazole, which is like a knockoff of Xanax or Prozac, something like that. But I take aripiprazole, oxcarbazepine, trazodone, and primidone. Chuck, get away from the stand. I already knew it was coming, you little butthead. Daddy Randy, I'm just going to call you Randy because my dad's actual name is Randy. So calling you Daddy Randy just sounds weird. So I'm just going to call you Randy. But anyway, hey, country girl, it's not really a set thing. It just kind of happens. A lot of times I'm just triggered, and I hate to use that word because I hate to sound like a millennial. But there are things that do honestly trigger schizophrenia. And, yes, I have talked to myself a lot. That's why I got a dog. So I can talk to the dog and not feel crazy. But yes, I do talk to myself quite often. Oh, thank you, my friend. Lighter. All right. Excuse me, guys. I have a little company. I'm giving them a lighter real quick. All right, everybody. So, yeah, I had some surprise company today. Do you watch King Cobra JFS? He recently passed. No, I didn't, Krusty. I don't even know who that is. What's the craziest conversation you've ever had with yourself? Not making fun of you. That's a big question, my friend, because honestly, I've taken before and had conversations that were philosophical about things that, couldn't even be true, such as things that like philosophy about what happens to the soul when it's destroyed, and things of that sort. Give me just a moment, guys. Trying to fix something up here. All right. But yeah, the craziest conversation. Hello, Emma Grace. Haven't seen you in a minute. But yeah, the whole thing about the craziest conversation I've ever had with myself. We had a whole philosophical conversation about what happens to the soul if it's destroyed. Where does it go? What happens if you kill an angel or a demon, or a spirit, or in my case, the gods? What happens when they die? What happens to their spirits? If they are a pure spirit, what happens to that? I've had philosophical conversations that have gotten pretty wild about stuff like that. I helped my grandpa put up a chair nice. Yeah, I've thought about that. What happens to your soul if it can be destroyed? Exactly. What happens to it? Well, one of the craziest conversations I had was with one of my visions. It was literally talking to me, sitting there just like it was sitting on the other side from right here beside me, and it was talking about a place called the Void, and it said that when a soul is destroyed, even if it's an angel, a demon, or a god, when its soul is destroyed, it goes to the void, because that's a place where broken souls go, where there's no more life force, but there's all the material for a soul. And these things called voidlings devour those and become stronger. And that was what my brain came up with as a schizophrenic that happens to the soul when it dies. Now that I'm on my medication, I know that that's not probably the case, but we have no idea. So yeah, I've had some crazy, wild conversations with myself about stuff that's just out of this world. But that's just part about being a little cuckoo cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You know what I mean? Oh, here's another one of my sketches. Just a little baby velociraptor having fun with that. I just wanted to draw a dinosaur. Any chance the soul still lives on in the void? In the voidling, however you spell it. Yeah, you spelled it right, voidling. Or vodling. Oh, never mind. It's V-O-I-D, I think. You're a schizophrenic. What medication do you prefer? Honestly, I don't prefer any medication. If I could, I would use actual just therapy to get me through my schizophrenic episodes, because I really don't like relying on medications, because a little thing called detox, that kind of sucks. If you don't have your meds and you start going through detox, blah, your condition goes nuts. All right. I mean, you might already be 10 sheep to the wind, but your condition is about to go 20, you know? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Boidlings. Yes, you got it now. Sorry you're heartbroken there, Jin Jin. Yes, that was that big terrifying thing that I showed you with all the tentacles and stuff. That is a boidling. The thing that I showed you before I have a seizure, that's another boidling. You know, pretty much anything that I draw where you see these right here, these little trapped souls, those are boidlings. You know, and I have many, many pictures of them. But I also have pictures of what I like to call exteriors. And the exteriors are the good guys. Those are the ones that help everybody out. You know, so. No, that's all good. But I will sit here and tell you this, guys. It's definitely really, really, exteriors, it's all good, man. But it's definitely a lot more different, you know, than having a normal mind. Because where you guys can see straight lines and stuff like that, mine are curled or curved. Or, you know, there's always something to warp reality, no matter whether I'm on medication or not. So there's always a small minor warp to my world, you know, which does affect my art sometimes, you know, and sorry, guys, I got incense burning. Get away from the stand. Hey, I didn't say come here. I said get away from the stand. Good boy. Exterior is kind of adorable. Yeah, the Exteriors are multiple different kinds of races, you know, that exist, you know, all on this planet that I created for my game called Extyr. And it's EXTYR, you know, just like my namesake up here. That's why I'm called Exterior Creator, 1987. You know, so. Oh, it depends on if it's the original first generation or if it's Beast Wars. Because with Beast Wars, my favorite character was Optimus Primal. Or not Optimus Primal, but Rhinox. Rhinox was my favorite. But now, when it came down to Transformers, it was always Starscream. I don't know why, but I've always liked Starscream. I've always liked his design, is the main thing I've liked about him. Oh, Jin Jin, not a fan. In fact, today I was watching the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon. Yep. Oh, by the way, guys, don't forget to go join Jin Jin's Butterflies at @JenHolder976. Go check her out there, guys. Man, it's cool, but at the same time, it's not, because it causes me to have some balance issues. Because I'll have, like, my depth perception goes in and out, man. So it might look like a step's right there, and then I'll go to just, whoop, and then there's nothing there, and I'll just, whoop, and you're standing there like, oh, why did I stomp so hard? You know? But it can definitely mess with your perception. Yes, I do trip and fall and get dizzy a lot because of my condition. But I've learned to live with it. You know, that's a lot of the reason why when I get drunk, I don't stumble. I'm already confused as to what's going on anyway. Oh, but I don't get drunk often. I can't afford it. That's what happens whenever the state says you can't work anymore and they decide to throw you on disability without your permission, by the way. So that you have to make a living some other way. Which is what YouTube is for me. Oh, that's all good, Randy. Thank you for being here, man. You know, it's awesome to have new people into the show. Please like, share, subscribe. I try to come in with interesting facts and new different kind of tips and tricks every single show. I try to anyway. I don't always succeed. But I do also have my book that I'm reading from, Black and Hills, you have missed the beginning. But anyway, it's not finished. It's in its refined state. So when I'm reading it, I'm reading through mistakes and everything like that. So I sound like a fucking second grader trying to read. But it comes out great anyway. So just remember that the book is raw whenever I'm reading it. My book is about a young man named Dorian Scribesman who discovers that his family holds an ancient book, the Book of Extier. And when he discovers this, his grandfather is murdered for the book by a man by the name of Solus Black. And Solus Black's whole entire spiel is to find the Scribesman family and force one of the Scribesmen to read from the Scribesman's journal, which is, Dorian's family book, Book of Extier. If they can read from the Scribesman's journal, then they can summon something called the Heartbroken. And if the Heartbroken comes about, he can destroy the galaxy. So the whole book is about a man trying to prevent the apocalypse from actually happening whenever it's already been in effect for hundreds of years. So he has to actually take down this guy right here, my main villain. This is Solus Black. That is the villain of my story. And yes, he controls and is a boiling. Oh, I'll read it here real soon. I will. But yeah, Prime, thank you so much for saying it's all awesome, guys. Well, I actually have to go. It's about time for me to take my medicine. And I need to walk my dog and get a few other things done. Plus, like I said, I had surprise company come in about 2 hours before I started my show. So I got to go on ahead and go be a good, courteous host. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you all so much for being here. Love you guys. See you from a swamp. Later from a gator. Love you, mama. Love you, papa. Love yourself. Be kind and always find a way to help everybody. We'll check you all here next time. Same place, same channel. Hopefully, when we see you guys, what's today? Monday. When we see you guys Wednesday, we will have Morning Mojo lined up and ready to go. We're going to have afternoon hangouts, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get back to my 3 shorts a day here real soon. So we're going to be starting to pop out shorts again. I've just been trying to figure out what I'm going to do, guys. For a while there, my channel started to get stale, and now I'm kind of plateauing out. So I'm trying to come up with new ideas. But we'll definitely talk to you guys next time. Love you guys. Y'all the backbone of YouTube. We'll catch you next time.